Friends, good evening. Welcome to Trending Astro. So after a long time we are meeting again. So today I would like to do an important video which is Ketu in ninth house. So everybody knows that Ketu is a planet of spirituality. Is a karaka for moksha and past history, lineage, karaka for pitru, and Ketu is known for obstacles, and Ketu is significator for mantra, tantra, yantra. So the all sorts of practices is led by planet Ketu, and ninth house. So ninth house is house of father, teacher, guru, higher learning, divine knowledge, and Purva Punya, and a change for good. Once boss, manager at work, and the strength of relationships, siblings of spouse, partners, long distance travel, higher education. So this is all ninth house. So now Ketu is, as I mentioned, Ketu is a Tamoguna planet, which is known for detachment, in contrast to Rahu, who is known for obsession, desire. Whereas Ketu is quite opposite. It's a kind of giving up, sacrifice, no action. That's why Ketu is known as Tamoguna Karaka. Tamoguna means neutral. So wherever the house the Ketu sits in, that house has impact of all the significations of Ketu. So the house becomes passive, not an active house, especially a person is running a particular Ketu Mahadasha when Ketu is in ninth house. So now what happens? What kind of results a person could see? So everybody knows that this Ketu Mahadasha, this is the intersection of Mercury Mahadasha and Venus Mahadasha. So in Mercury Mahadasha, the person learns a lot, develops intelligence to make money, and develops networking skills because of Mercury's communication power, and he becomes mindful. And in Mercury Mahadasha, so for 95% of people, Mercury Mahadasha is not a pleasant dasha, unless they are industrialists, by birth business people, and who are into academic, counseling, learning, teaching. So that for general people, the Mercury Mahadasha is a kind of not a smooth ride. So after Mercury Mahadasha, the person starts Ketu. So the end of Mercury Mahadasha, the person loses interest in many material things, and he becomes kind of neutral, and stops acting upon any situation, and which translates to a Ketu energy. That's why the Ketu Mahadasha follows Mercury Mahadasha. So now in Ketu Mahadasha, the Ketu is in ninth house. So the person faces obstacles in long distance travel, or some travel emergencies, unexpected travel emergencies. And also, ninth house is dharma. So when Ketu is a moksha karaka planet, when Ketu is in ninth house, the person is compelled to follow dharma, because Ketu is pitru energy. So in the context of doing rites, for elderly people who passed away. So involving in performing rituals related to Pitru Devatas. It could be person's own family or very people who are very close to the person who is running Ketu Mahadasha, where Ketu is positioned in ninth house. And as I mentioned, ninth house is boss or immediate manager. When Ketu is in ninth house, so it is very difficult to understand the traits and dynamics of manager, boss at work. So the boss may not be supportive, cooperative. So the person feels a lot of frustration. And also it implies that when you don't have good relationship with the boss, so your career may not flourish to next level. So Ketu kind of blocks the development. So it is unlikely the person sees sees a promotion during Ketu Mahadasha. And especially when Ketu is connected to 10th Lord. And also, ninth house is a change for good. It indicates the overall development of family. When Ketu is there in the ninth house and Ketu Mahadasha is activated, the person may not see family in a good shape, and the person sees a lot of obstacles, issues in various walks of life with respect to children, spouse during this Ketu Mahadasha. So it is always good to have Ketu in a Chara sign instead of Chara sign means in a movable sign instead of a Sthira sign or a this Sobha sign. So because Ketu is no action, so he has to be in a Chara sign, so he works. So people who have ninth house as a fixed sign and Ketu in ninth house, so it is very difficult for them to rise to next level in career. And some people experience that they stuck in a place, in a remote place where they could not travel to their destination or return back their home country. And Ketu in ninth house transforms a person spiritual, because the person gets bombarded with many issues in life with respect to career growth, with respect to relationships. So the relationships may not be happy because the ninth house is third to seventh house. So seventh is house of relationship. So ninth house shows the strength of relationships. So whomever the person is interacting, whether it be a partner, wife, or public relationships, that may not be satisfactory. So during this time, it is suggested that the person has to put extra effort. So that at least he can maintain relationships at a bare minimum level, and also try hard for a job change, a career change. And also because ninth house is higher learning, yes, Ketu gives spiritual side of enlightenment when he is in ninth house, but not during just beginning of the dasha. So it takes almost more than half of Ketu Mahadasha for a person to realize and transform truly spiritual and realize the truth and essence of life. That's when the person will have some kind of a smooth ride in Ketu Mahadasha. The initial period of Ketu Mahadasha when Ketu is ninth house is a difficult time unless the person belongs to highly religious, spiritual kind of background. So usually for all worldly people, the ninth house Ketu may not support in learning anything related to advanced technology. So it is very difficult for these people to keep them updated during Ketu Mahadasha, though they need to put extra effort. So this is all about Ketu in ninth house. So friends, if you like the video, please click on like button and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.